In this video, I'm going to show you how to organize the e-learning section for your subject. Now, before any teacher can add e-learning material to your subject, there need to be categories defined within that subject's e-learning section. So for example, if your subject is maths, you might want to break down your e-learning section to have advanced level maths, junior level, or maybe beginner maths. And then different teachers can put in e-learning materials into those different categories. Or if you want to, you might want to break down the maths section into the different lessons that exist within maths, the subject. So for example, if there's a lesson called grade 7 and you just want to put all the e-learning material for grade 7 within a category called grade 7 in the e-learning section, you can also do that. So that's something I'm going to quickly show you now. But before we begin, to be able to create categories within the e-learning section, you will need to have subject level access to the subject that you want to create those categories for. So as we've spoken about in previous videos, that level of access is generally reserved for someone who is the subject head. So if you're just a normal teacher, you may not have this level of access. So speak with your subject head. But if you are the subject head and you feel you don't have this level of access, speak with your school's administration team, and they should be able to either create those categories for you within the e-learning section or give you the access rights that allow you to do that. And those would be subject level access rights. So let's start off from the overview page. Scroll down to the bottom of your screen and you'll see a widget called My Subjects. It lists all the subjects that you teach. Go ahead and click the View Subject button and you'll be taken to the subject's profile page. And from here, you'll see a button that leads to the e-learning section that is specific to this subject. So if I click that, it'll take me to the e-learning section that is specific to the chemistry with science subject. You'll see that in this subject's e-learning section, I'd already created a number of different categories here. So I'll quickly show you what a category is all about. So if I click View in the Form 1 category, you'll see that I'm shown all the e-learning material that is specific to the Form 1 category. If I click back to my subject's e-learning section, again, if I click grade 6, you'll see that I can see all the e-learning material that is specific to the grade 6 category. So as mentioned before, you can create the categories to resemble anything. So you can see in my case, they resemble different levels of education. So A-level students can go into here for their e-learning material within the science, chemistry with science subjects. Form 1 students can go in here, etc. Whereas you might choose to set this up so that maybe you have a chemistry category and then a biology department and then a, whatever different categories you want. So that's an overview of what a category is. So let's go ahead and create a new category. So if you go and click the Add New Category button at the top right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see a box pop up. What this box is asking you to do is to give a name to your category. So in the same way I gave these other categories names like Form 1, Form 2, A-levels, etc., you create a name that you feel is relevant here. Once you've typed in the name, click the blue button to create the new category. Once you've created the new category, it will show up in this list. And this category will now be available for teachers within the subject to go in and create e-learning materials within that category. So always remember, a teacher cannot create new e-learning material until you have categories in here, and you cannot allocate e-learning material to a category that doesn't exist. And this is why it's important for you as the subject head to add all of these categories so that everything is properly structured and your teachers can just go in and do this very easily from here. Okay, so to finish off, I want to show you how you can edit an existing category. So let's take Form 1. Let's say I've decided that actually a better name for this category here is biology, for example. So if I click View, it takes me to a page where I can view the Form 1 e-learning material. But if I go up here and click the pencil, it will allow me to edit this category. And you can see that I can actually edit the name of this category, and I can name it to whatever else I want to name the category. And then if I click Update, the changes I will have made will be propagated into the Chihako platform, and that category will now be renamed to whatever new name I want to give it. And of course, all the e-learning material that was already here will stay in there. All right, so that covers everything, and you should be ready to, get all your teachers going.